Hey, what is going on, everybody? So, first, I would like to say thanks for all of the feedback and all the support on the last channel that I made about the Ark settings. I didn't expect to even get like 20 views on it, let alone at this time it's like over 4,000. So that's awesome. Um, but because of that video, there was a lot of frequent questions that had popped up and a lot of people needing other support, so I'm gonna try to help you as best that I can. So here we are on my server, and just to give you guys an example, we're just gonna go ahead and grab the stone hatchet here. Here's all the dinos. If you want to watch, I have some live stream content that we've done, and also we have some regular, I'll have some regular videos coming out here later in the week. But we'll just come over here, and my settings are for 2 times harvest, so you can see with the stone hatchet, well over 30, well over 41 stone. These nodes here, when I was doing in my testing, I was averaging 13 to 18 on these exact nodes here. So it is doubled. When you mess around with the XP multipliers, be careful, because you'll have instances where, you'll be quite a high level. Mine's only ×2. You can see where I'm at level-wise versus where I'm at progression-wise. I mean, I'm still catching baby dinos. Now, my level offset and all that was an indication. But we do have a high level. We got this one at level 125. But that's enough of this. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be kind of doing a little bit more of an in-depth dive into the server settings for Nitrado. Hopefully helping you guys figure out, what maybe I explained to you guys incorrectly. Maybe my explanation, if there was, something that was lacking, hopefully we can clarify a little bit better. So, let me switch on over. Actually, before I starve to death, let me just go ahead and exit here real quick. Don't need to be starving to death here. And we shall pull up Nitrado. All right. So in Nitrado, there is 2 different INIs that we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at game, and we're going to be looking at game user settings. To make things easy on me, if I refer to game, I'm referring to the game INI, and if I'm referring to users, I'm referring to user settings. Now, I have exported them here, pretty much to hide my passwords, but I've exported them here. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the XP multiplier. And XP multiplier is going to be this code here, capital XP multiplier equals 2. We're going to be inputting that into our user INI, so the user. Now, in Nitrado, you'll see it just like this. This is a round command, or line 60. We'll see user setting or server settings. We'll go all the way down to the bottom, and we'll have server PvP equals true. This is where I've added in some custom things here. So this is where I've added in XP multiplier equals 2. There is a generic XP multiplier in the game setting ones. Be careful if you mess around with that one. So I just use the XP multiplier here, make it easy. Taming speed multiplier. That's going to be found in the game. Sorry, I said this earlier. I'll try not to do this. Taming speed is found in the user under server settings. We'll go ahead and paste that down there. My taming speed is set to 50. The reason why it's set so high is I'm just playing on the server with my wife, and relatively one piece of regular meat doesn't necessarily insta-tame, but on lower creatures it will insta-tame. So that's kind of the whole point. We're just messing around on PC until the Xbox comes out, where we'll be permanently playing over there, as well as of course, we bought it on PC. We will continue playing on PC. Going down to the next most common question, harvest amount, increasing the harvest. There's two different commands that we're going to be looking at here. We're either going to be looking at harvest amount multiplier, which is just that, and there's going to be harvest health multiplier. And so the explanation for those is harvest amount multiplier. When you go to a certain node and you go to extract everything from it, pretty much hit it with a tool, that's how much we're getting in return. So you see here, I have mine set to 2 times. Again, I don't need anything crazy. My server, I still want to have the struggle playing the game, enjoy playing the game. I'm playing with my wife, we enjoy playing the game. Next is harvest health multiplier. And that just determines how long it's going to take for you to hammer away at that node until it disappears. By standard, it's set to 1, and I have not changed that. I don't need it to be 5 times, so I just hammer away at this node forever and get a bunch of material. If you're looking for that, absolutely, go right ahead for that. Now, the next thing that we have up on here is global voice chat equals true. What that does is it allows anybody to talk to anybody with the mic on the server at any time. This, as of right now, is not currently working. So go ahead. If you're looking for global chat right now, not working. Well, next thing we're going to do is we're going to flip over to the game INI here. There's a few things that we're going to look at that we want to actually take a, there's a few things that we want to actually look at in this file. If we wanted to disable PvP or primarily disable friendly fire, we're going to add it to here. And if we want to disable friendly fire, we would post this command at the bottom under flyer speed here. Be PvP disable friendly fire equals, we want true or false right now. It doesn't matter to me. Actually, honestly, it does matter to me. My wife yells at me, so let's go ahead and add that command in here. So we want to disable it. Now, if you are on a PvP server, meaning you didn't check the button or you didn't put the command in there for PvP, we're going to use disable friendly fire equals true or false. That's what we're going to use for that. In the user settings, override official difficulty. By standard, that's where this is found. So if we're looking to increase our dinos to level 150 or higher, that is found here. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is a fun little program called Beacon. Beacon right now is not currently working in integration with Nitrado for the PC side, or at least my server wasn't connecting, but that's okay. What Beacon will allow you to do, it isn't free. It's $15 lifetime. But what Beacon will allow you to do is, let's say we wanted to add a new creature, but we don't know how to do it, or we're not very comfortable with adding and coding, but you wanted to add a creature into the game. Well, we just do a new point. We tell it where we want it. So let's just click beavers, right? And we want to add to default spawn. And the creature. What do we want to, you know what? Wherever there's beavers, I want to add gigas. Just because. Why not, right? Then we'll come back over here, new set. It's going to ask us again, what are we adding? This will then give us everything we can think of. But we're going to add giga. Again, all kinds of gigas we can add. But we're going to go the regular Gigasaurus, right? Bingo. So now, wherever there's beavers, the beaver spawn table is going to be shared with gigas, which means you could have 30, 40 gigas running around in one little area. But to give you an example of how well this tool can really help you, we'll go ahead and hit export. And you'll see we'll get our script. If we go over to the game, we'll see right here, configure NPC entries. It gives us the code of exactly what I wanted and where I want it to be, which is fantastic because the Ark spawning is very odd when you want to add things to spawn. Okay, we'd obviously copy this whole entire thing. The beacon build you wouldn't really need to keep, but I've used this on my own server, adding cinema cropses into Fjorder, even though the Fjordhawk was the better of the two. Okay, so I should have disabled friendly fire. We'll give it this Trinodon a look here. Trinodon has 321 health, 41 health. $341 health. So that again is how we disable the friendly fire. Next thing that we're going to talk about are babies. So in the game, we'll look here and we'll just easily search. Go down because it's further down. All right. Baby maturation speed. This is how fast the baby grows. And right now, this is for some strange reason defaulted to 40. And I believe it's defaulted to 40 because when we are in a single player mode, they want, you to run around, play the game, capture baby dinos, and then grow up super, super quick. We're talking like 30 seconds to a minute for a baby to completely grow up, and I've kept it that way. That is where we're going to be dealing with the baby maturation speed. So for baby maturation speed, you'll see here that this one is in the game. However, when we want to be altering breeding and things that have to do with that, for whatever odd reason, that must be posted in the user. Don't know why. Don't know why it's separate. You can do both. Hopefully, this clarifies any information that I gave out that may have been confusing or incorrect. You're going to be using both the game and user settings to be altering your Nitrado server. So as a recap, in the user settings, that's where we're going to find items like XP multiplier, Taming Speed multiplier, Harvest Amount multiplier, Harvest Health multiplier. We're also going to be messing around with our breeding in there. In the game, specific things like disabling friendly fire, disabling PvP. There is some XP multipliers in there that you can mess with. You can also change some breeding in game, but also understand that if that's not holding, you will need to switch it into user settings as well. Once again, guys, thank you guys for the support. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to put it in the comment section below. Smash that like to help the algorithm out, so hopefully other people who are having problems can, get their, the problem to their solution fixed. I know how frustrating it is when you're trying to get your server to run right and it's just not working. And again, thank you guys for the support, and we'll catch you guys next time.